Hello, welcome to my spooky playground. Today I want to talk about my emotional support stuffed animal, or ESSA. That's really weird for me to say for reasons, but I want to talk to you about my emotional support stuffed animal, as well as some honorable mentions. I don't know, it's just going to be a chatty video. Let me know if you guys have an ESSA and what their names are in the comments below, because I would love to know about your emotional support babies. This is mine. His name is Baby, and actually he's not fully dressed. I have to take this off of him when we go to sleep because they're spikes and they hurt. But this is Baby. He is my weighted stuffed animal wild boar. He's a Niu Daddy stuffed animal. I don't know, I got him off of Amazon and I think he's about 3 pounds. But he is currently wearing a baby onesie. This is 0 to 3 months. I'm not sure if he'll fit smaller. He's kind of weird, his body is really plump. So it's too big for this, but I don't know if newborn would be good for him. But anyways, this is the onesie he is wearing. He does have this collar on, or this choker on. It's soft on the inside. I meant to get it for myself, but I just don't like chokers and it's too thick. So I ended up giving it to Baby and he loves it. He also has this little, what is that called? Tag. It says his name and then it matches with the one that I have. So we have matching tags. This was one of my first stuffed animals that I got in the Meet My Stuffies video that I posted a few weeks back. I did say that I only had a couple of stuffies and then I kind of hyperfixated on buying a whole bunch. I did the math and I bought, actually it's more now, but at the time I did the math, I bought 19 different stuffies in a span of a month. So definitely a little bit of a hyperfixation kicked in, but he was one of my favorites, or one of my firsts, and he is one of my favorites. He's weighted, so I use him a lot for pressure stimulation. I don't know what it's called, but that's Baby. He does have some candy on. He had more, but they kept falling off, and actually I guess I can show you all the candy he had on. These are the ones he's wearing. There's tax evasion, that is right there, and then this one just says his name, Baby. And then I switched them out between those and these ones. So we have this one, it says what pasta. That's just an inside joke with my friend. This one says Sharky, just because you're not going to see the words. I'll just tell you what it says. This says Sharky, and it's just because that's one of my pet spaces. This one says Black Girls Are Kawaii. This used to be a Facebook group I was a part of in my early 20s. I think they are still a thing on Facebook, I'm not sure. But it was just a little bracelet I made. And then this is just a Halloween colored one. So I'll switch them out. Usually I'll keep his Baby one on and then I'll switch out other ones or add other ones, but I really like this tax evasion. That's been my favorite the past few weeks. But Baby the boar, I got him May 9th. So that's when I rescued this little baby. And I sleep with him every single night, whether that is right next to me, usually cuddling. That's why I have to take the choker off, because I tried to keep it on and deal with the pain, but it was just too much. it was too much. But I have to sleep with him every night. And another thing with baby is that I find I regress when I am stressed out. If I just want to relax, I have something in my eye, hold on. If I just want to relax and like slip into a little headspace, it ends up becoming more of age dreaming for me. But the regression for me, at least, really comes out when I am really stressed. So usually I end up laying down behind me and I have a pacifier in my mouth and baby either on my chest or on my stomach. If I have like stomach pains, I'll put him on my stomach, but usually I like him on my chest. So he's very much there for me when I am really stressed out and there for me when I'm just feeling really little. So that's baby. I love him to death. He is kind of a somebody up. He's kind of a personification of Puppa. If you don't know who Puppa is, that's my comfort character who helps me when I'm in my regressed or little space, and this is very much Puppa. Puppa is the one who really grounds me, and boars are very grounded animals in their own way. But I'm not gonna ramble more about baby because I want to show you some of my other emotional support stuffed animals. This is Dinner Plate the lobster, or Dinner. I think I'm gonna like keep his nickname, but this is baby's boyfriend. They're boyfriends and they've been dating since Dinner Plate arrived. Actually, Dinner Plate has a little candy on him. It says narrow spicy. You can't really see it because it was red and orange on red, but it says narrow spicy, and then it's these colors with some butterflies and and a smiley face at the end. So I put this on him. It's pretty big, but it doesn't fall off because it's past his little feet. So I put that on Dinner Plate, and usually you'll see a lot of the times they're just like this, and I'll cuddle them like that. So I just end up lying down or what have you with them like this. Sometimes if I have a migraine, I do put Dinner Plate on my head. He is, I think, 1.5 pounds, so he's not as heavy as baby. But these two are the ones that I have a lot of the times with me, and even when I travel, I've taken them with me. I can't be without them. But some honorable mentions here are some of my newer stuffies that I got, and they range from like how they support me emotionally. Dinner Plate is very much like baby. I'll have him when I'm asleep, and if I'm regressing, then I'll have both of them, right? These ones are a little bit different. Actually, I'll show you this one. This one I've been sleeping with a lot. This is Patches. If you had seen my Meet My Stuffies, you will know. They are also, or he is also wearing a baby onesie, which is a 0 to 3 month as well. And of course, spooky, scary skeletons, or bats in this case. I sleep with Patches, maybe not every night, but pretty often. I like to grab them while maybe they're on my stomach, like while Dinner Plate and baby are on my stomach, I'll have Patches here cuddling. I just love Patches. Usually it's sleeping with Patches when it comes to regression. Yeah, I mean, all of my stuffies I use while I'm regressed, but usually it's these two I go to because of that stress, you know? But when it comes to falling asleep, I love my Patches. Additionally to Patches, where is he? My newest little guy here. Jacks, I usually go like that and cuddle them at the same time. And yeah, usually like if I really need a bit of support, I'll be like this with my stuffies in my bed as I fall asleep. But these two are usually ones that I sleep with. Like, does that make sense? So like if I'm regressed and stressed out, I'll use these guys for my emotional support, but then these guys are the ones that I sleep with. I really have something in my eye and it's not coming out. And it's not my eyeball either. Additionally, I have Monty, and Monty's a little bit different. I usually have him around me when I'm in play mode. So like when I do videos, I usually have him somewhere around with me when I'm playing video games or watching TV or something, or doing like crafts. I like to have Monty with me. So Monty is more of an emotional support when it comes to having fun. I have little Monty here. So like I didn't realize it until I started talking it out, but those guys are for sleeping with. These ones are really for emotional support, and then I have Monty for having fun. So it's actually interesting to see the differences I have with my stuffies, but I'm not going to ramble any more than I already have. I just wanted to show you my ESSAs. Is that how you say them? My emotional support stuffed animals. Again, let me know if you have any and what their names are in the comments below. And with that, bye!